I've got a mic going here.
Hello. You got a mic going? G'day everyone. I thought it'd be funny to pretend I was frozen in time. Anyway, how are you all? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you've had a great coffee to start your day. I know we've had a beautiful Rwandan single origin. This morning is a long black, and it's pretty tasty. It's actually at the end of last month's single origin, so a little bit of age in that coffee at the moment. This new coffee that we're running with is the new Tanzanian. So while I'm talking coffee, might as well share that with you. That's our single of the month at the moment, the Karongo FW, so that's the grade of the coffee. It's a very high altitude coffee, this one. It's 1600 to 1900 MASL, meters above sea level. It's the region is Mbozi, Mabiyaya and Mbadinga. If I pronounced that wrong, I apologise. So soft, sweet mouthfeels, lingering sweetness, a long black or rich or smooth espresso is the best way to enjoy this coffee. What does it taste like? It's got juicy mouthfeel to it, a little hint of good acidity, and a little crispness that happens there at the start, and then it ends up being nice, sweet black tea, brown spice, honey, currant, and a little bit of milk chocolate in there. So get your hands on that if you haven't got any yet. Anyway, we'll just wait for everyone. Hello, come on and say g'day. Yeah, we're just sort of trying to, experiment a little bit this year, a little bit more live content. We're in the Espresso Bar today, so I think it's good just to hang out and say g'day to everybody. Hello. Where are we? Oh, hitting the wrong button there, that's for sure. I've got to get used to this YouTube live. Ooh, oh. Gee whiz, that's different. I can't seem to comment on those ones. So yeah, hello. Hello everybody, if you're just joining us, we're just going to hang out in the bar for a little bit today. Have a bit of a chat and talk about onboarding new staff. So, if you're a barista and you've started a new job, what's it really like to jump into a new bar? Some of the things as an owner that we want to look at, passing on to new staff, but also from the staff members' perspective. Do we expect too much of them straight away? Throwing them into a espresso bar and getting someone to pump out 300 coffees straight away might just be way too much. So, onboarding team is a big key factor for longevity and having good baristas out there. G'day from Scotland, Domenico, thanks for having you here. So, yeah, we'll just chill for a little bit, let a few people come on board and hang out. Got Ryan, who's on the other side there, and he will, what's that red card? What's that? It's dab. I can see the dab, but what's the red bit?
I think you've been sent off, mate.
I've been sent off. Red carded. Oh, I've been red carded. Oh, that's what it is. Gee, that's cheeky. G'day from Alaska. Red card. That is funny. Timmy Lewis. Woo. Is that Timmy Lewis that we know? Give us a shout out, Timmy, if it is. Tell us where you're from, Tim, and then I'll know. Morning, I'm Stephen from Melbourne. Hey, Stephen, how you going? Is it Timmy? Give us another message. G'day from Tel Aviv, Israel. Hello. Hope everything's over there is beautiful at the moment. Hope it's a lovely day for you. Red carded. Gee, I'm offended. I've never been red carded in my life. All right. Gee, these lives can go pretty wild pretty quick. Anyway, so we have the lovely Pavlina with us over here. All right, and she's just joined us. This is day 3 for her, and we thought it'd be good to. Yes, you're going to be on camera. No, you're not. We'll hide your face. So we do have customers. We don't let customers. We respect everyone's privacy there. Yeah, Pavlina's with us. So she's day 2 in the bar. I've spent the last mornings opening the bar with her here at about 5:30 in the morning, opening up, getting set up, and looking to make sure that we can open the business perfectly and give her that time to see how we do things. We do have some really great content around that. Jimmy's done a video about onboarding a barista into your business and making sure that they do get a great experience. Because if you don't spend that time with people at the start, they don't know what the expectations are, the quality you're trying to achieve, and whether they're actually succeeding in their role. So we do have a video there, so watch that video about onboarding baristas. It will help you to make sure that they get the skills and support they need at the start. We do have a daily checklist that we run through, covering everything, how we open and certain times of the day. So we're running through all of those tasks, and then we get, once we're up and running, we start to look at other areas in our espresso bar. So making batch brews, cold brews, and getting maybe our retail area ready as well. We also have our extraction checklist as well that we run through. So every day, there we go, that is our list that we work through. We've got here our ristretto extractions for our blend. That is our normal extraction. If I can read this backwards and upside down, that's single origin, decaf. We have different blends, so we've got our fix and our delicate, and this is our batch brew recipe. So we check that a couple of times a day when we open, and at about 10 o'clock, there is another column there. So if you were here all afternoon, you'd want to make sure that you are checking it a couple of times a day. We've got an order here, excuse me, while we make some beautiful hot coffees for the lovely Steve over the road. Right. Yeah, it's a bit funny. It's got to tap up sometimes. We'll need to skim out. Flat whites, here we go. We've got a skim milk.
Domenico said the extended video from Lamazocco HQ was excellent.
Well, thank you. That was, you know what, it was such a hard thing to do, Ryan. Us having to go to Italy and tour around and document all of that.
Horrible.
Gee, horrible. I don't think, you know, maybe we can do it again. What do you reckon?
Might have to.
Bit of a hard life. I think the families are a bit jealous on that one. It was really cool. It was a great video. A lot of work actually went into that one. A lot of editing. Hopefully my voiceovers was good. That was the first real big voiceover video we've done. Which one's that one there? Medium flat white, hot, full cream. It was a very good video, good fun, and I think a couple bit of feedback from there and some questions. Timmy Lewis. Why are you coughing on the Lamazocco, boss? All right. Well, this is the roast session, is it? We're gonna. Actually, this is extra hot. Throw me out. Hang on. Cool. It's got to be Tim from San Remo, isn't it? It's the only Tim on the side. No, it's not. Another Tim. Another Tim. Ooh. Is it Tim? No. Thank you. Thank you very much. $19.99 US. We appreciate that. We really do. Last time we were live, we used that to give away some coffee to some customers. Perhaps we can look to do that today. Appreciate it, mate. That is so cool. I just got to make these coffees, so bear with me a sec. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted here. Cine cap. Got it. Focus. Never have a problem focusing, right? Got it. Whew. Yeah. Sorry. They get pushy on the phone, don't they? They don't know there's people standing in front of them. That's always a hard one when you're in a bar and the small cap extra hot skim. And you've got a customer standing right in front of you and the phone rings. What do you do? I think it's polite to try and keep serving the customer you've got in front of you.
I mean, the phone call's really pretty annoying.
It is, isn't it? You know, queue jumpers. Is that how you view your phone orders? I don't know. There you go, Steve. Enjoy those.
Thank you. Have a great day.
No worries.
Later on.
So another one of the same. So quite a light one.
All right, I'll tell you what.
So in that Lama Zocco video, we actually left a lot of you coughing out.
Oh, yeah.
Coughing fit, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it. I had a coughing fit in the end of it. I got really crook on that. I was so sick. Didn't realise how sick I was on that trip. Yeah, actually afterwards, everyone in that Australian contingent, I reckon at least 50% of us were sick after that trip. So yeah, that was, I hope I didn't spread anything, but it definitely hit me there. So yeah, that was a funny video. Really good, love doing it. Can you make a latte with a butterfly please on it? No, I can't pour a butterfly. I really can't. How do you do a butterfly? I don't know. I'll look it up and check. Actually, one of the videos that we're looking to do today, later, and shoot that, it'll come up at some point, is just what my 4 staple videos, for my 4 staple latte art that we pour, and just having a bit of a catalogue for you. So that'll come out, but basically a lot of people try these really, really crazy, intricate patterns, but you can't pour that in the middle of service. So having something that you can just rely on, your go-to, your heart, your tulip, a rosetta, or a floating rosetta with a heart off the top, a floating heart off a rosetta. They're my top 4, and I just pump those out all day, every day, and I know that customers are happy with that. I can do them fast.
Thank you.
And we can pump out these copies. We've just got a 4-cup order here now. So we'll just start working on these. Yep. Oat milk. All right. Actually, handy little tip, if you're using these kinds of trays, don't try and grab them from the top. They always tear and they pull out the bottoms. If you stack them up that way, they actually lift off really easy. Simple little hack. Pretty weird, but you can just do it with one hand. Flat white. Ooh, just with that. Yeah, just speed it up a tad. We're just running up to, getting up to a higher speed there, so a little bit coarse on the grind. Yep. Oh, hey boys, how you going? I'm not used to seeing you in green shirts. Yeah, it's been a while. It's like I recognised them. I'm like, hang on, what?
Hey, Luke,
Yes.
that's the same Tim from last week actually, and he said go and buy some more coffees.
It is Tim again. Oh, this is a cracking Tim.
He said West Virginia, not Texas.
West Virginia. West Virginia. Don't know the song. I just know that part of it. Wow. All right. Tim, you are a legend. Absolute legend. All right. How many coffees you got there, Joe?
I've just got one.
One.
The other was on the phone.
Is this Joe's money here?
Yeah.
Do you want to hand that back to Joe, please? Tim Lewis from West Virginia has just paid for your coffee.
Oh, thank you.
How nice is Tim? Tim did that last time we were on here. Absolute legend. So he's going to give you a coffee. Gee whiz. Hello, Mr. Rainbow. Mr. Rainbow's love. $10. Oh, wow, there you go.
What is your favourite coffee drink you like to make, and what is your favourite coffee that you drink?
Okay, drinking is really easy. It's long blacks. I love just a good balanced amount of water, which is 80 grams of hot 65-degree water in this little tulip cup with a single origin. I do like a full normal shot, so a 2-to-1 ratio, which is 23 grams actually in our single origins through the Mazda ZM1 that we have behind us. And then I float that on top, the crema on top, and gee, I'm losing it here. This is a bit of pressure here. All right, here we go. Lots of pressure, and that's what I like to drink is those kinds of black coffees. What I like to make, I don't mind milk coffee. I like the art of being able to pour nice and fast, and the combination of a good espresso, the good milk, the timing, just getting it all happening together. That's what I do enjoy, is making milk coffees, lots of them. My body doesn't like it anymore, I'll be honest. It does get quite sore and challenging, but I really love just being able to do repetitive, quick, beautiful coffee. Bit hard to show. Nah, can't get the angle on that one. We'll do that maybe a little bit later. There is 4 there, sir.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Have a good day.
You too.
Alrighty.
On the bottom
Yes.
is
A long black BYO. No, so
it's in technical.
yep. So BYO. So BYO black.
Yep.
And then you got small, medium, large there. Yep. What do I got here? An almond cappuccino, phone order. Ooh. Let's get that one going. Alternative milks. We're just using Milk Lab almond. I heard a rumour perhaps Milk Lab got bought out recently. Did I hear that? One of the big guys bought them out. Did Coke buy out Almond Lab? Ooh. I think I heard they got bought out by somebody, and they're doing some big marketing campaigns everywhere. What is your favourite coffee you like to drink? Yeah, okay, that's cool. All right. So. That's an almond when they come back. Oh, it's Joe, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Joe. It's his phone. Oh, sorry, Joe. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right. Latte low tide. Right. Got it. Wee. What's that one there? Cup.
Tim said he's just in from work,
Yeah.
sitting on the couch.
Yep.
eating Cheez-Its, watching you work.
Cheez-Its, awesome. Well, put your feet up, relax. Cheez-Its. Don't think I've had Cheez-Its before. I'm sure they're a good afternoon snack. So Tim, we actually have a guy here who is a San Remo rep called Tim Lewis as well. So that's where you had me puzzled. And I thought he was having a little stab about being on the Lamazocco. Anyway, there you go. Whew. All right, that is the low tide. Are these two together, are they?
Yep, there we go.
Yep, brilliant.
Round it.
Hey Tim, I was going to ask Tim what machine he has. What does he have?
Hello from Warsaw, Poland. Have a nice day.
Hello, Poland. You can grab that?
Yep.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, sure. Where are you located? That is a really good one. We get this inquiry a lot, and we want to be pretty honest about it. In Australia, we can help out. We do struggle overseas being able to help with that. There's a lot of regulations and laws that we just don't understand. So that is a challenge for us. But if you're in Australia, we can certainly help out. The best way to do that, pop an online inquiry. Go to our wholesaler page.
You all right? You can go.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, look, I'll cover it. Go. You want to go up? We're live. Do you want to go up? Yeah. Here we go. Privacy. Someone's just running upstairs and doesn't want to be online. There you go. You got to be crazy to put yourself online. It does make it fun and interesting. Are these your two? No.
Two is outside.
Oh, they're outside. Okay. So that's the long black. Do you need me to do the shot for that long black? Yes. Yeah, for sure. All right. So that's got some milk in it. So I'm going to put this long black on our blend as opposed to our single origin. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of putting milk into single origins. I find it actually just the flavour is designed to be sweet, juicy florals, and then you go and put a dairy on top of it. It's not ideal. So running a blend for a long black with a dash of milk is my preference. All right, that one's got to go in there. I've got the phone order. That's for you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Alrighty.
What did you just say about Champion, Luke?
What I say about Champion? Just long blacks with milk in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a blend if you're going to put a dash of milk, because we design it to handle a bit of milk, so it get a little bit higher in acidity. It's balanced with sweetness across 4 beans, but then when you're having a single origin, there's just 1 bean, and we're really chasing just the sweetness or just the flavour of that particular product. And every month that changes. So milk, we definitely don't roast it for milk. We roast it for the black flavours itself. So the dairy, it just cuts through it. Yeah, cuts through it, makes it really mild. Unless you enjoy that. Like if we went and had like a natural processed honey coffee, something really funky, and it tastes like I don't know, stewed apricots and florals, and then you put dairy on it, it'd be really weird. So I think people would walk out of here and go, oh, that's not.
I think it's just habit because I tend to just choose Champion,
Yep.
not a single origin. Okay.
Yep. So this had a dash of milk in it, didn't it?
Yep. Warm.
Warm milk?
Yep.
Dash of warm, easy, got that covered.
So that cafe and bakery, they're wanting to open it in Seattle, Washington, and they want to know what kind of coffee machine they need to use.
Wow. Thanks.
Right, well, a very
Thank you.
Thank you, see you later. I know of a very famous coffee company that came out of Seattle, Washington. I don't think they'd be helping you. What coffee to use?
What coffee machine?
What coffee machine? Ah, Lamazocco. Sorry, that's a very easy one. They've got a great brand, great support in the US. They are just really well known.
How are you? Can I get a small cap?
So just bulletproof. They just are a workhorse, good brand, good styling, and well known. If you're looking for a super specialty style coffee, you go into a higher end model of them. If you're wanting to change it up a little bit, there are certainly a lot of other brands out there for sure, but make sure you've got something that can support you. I'm going to move that just a smidge. I feel like I'm leaning into that camera. There we go. Make sure there's someone that can support the product that you buy. So if I say Lamazocco and there's no one around, don't go and buy one. It's actually gonna be a real challenge if you do have a fault or need some parts, or someone that is local that's gonna support you with that product. So you may find that San Remo is really strong in your area, or you might find Sinesso being a dominant player. There's a lot of other great brands out there that could be suited to your particular area. So keep that in mind. So, but for us, we are I love Lamazoccos. I've grown up with them, and we know how to service them and work on them. We do obviously work on other machines and everything as well. So, but that's our go-to for wholesale. It's what we roast and we pair our coffee from. So that's the other thing you want to consider, is when you've got a particular bean and you're really happy with that bean, find out what the roaster uses to profile their coffee from. So at the moment we know that we have 93 degree water coming through the head here. It's 9 bar straight pressure. So all of our profiling is done from our roastery through Lamazocco gear. That's the other thing you got to keep in mind. An Apartamento, best thing I did, had it 4.5 years. Love the Apartamentos. We do support a lot of people with those products. The new TCA has just come out. Nice styling, really different. We saw that in Milan. I think we saw it at Host Milan, and we also saw it at Mice in Melbourne, and it's just come out. So if you're looking for one of those in Australia, we can certainly help you with them. I think there's a little bit of back order on a couple of the products or colours at the moment. But a great machine.
Tim Lewis said he uses a Breville Bambino.
Ah, Breville.
Pro grinder.
Great. The Breville Pro grinder. Breville Pro.
Pretty sure, yeah, Pro, just said Pro, and Pro grinder, so. Yeah.
Okay, and Pro grinder. Breville Pro grinder. Well, last time we were talking away on here, we talked about Breville. We mentioned it. We definitely got a lot more inquiries coming in about Breville. Last night I read over the paperwork, so we can sign up to become a approved Breville service agent. So that is happening. We need about 2 more weeks just to get the paperwork, get some stock, get things happening. I know a lot of people locally are already ringing up asking us to do it, but we need about 2 weeks and we will have parts here, and then we will open the floodgates to support you all. Cap, extra shot. There we go. Cheers. Thank you.
Cool. Next question. Apologies for the potentially strange question. What kind of uniform standards do you think are right for baristas? Jewellery, maybe slightly longer nails, or if someone had non-chipping painted nails? It seems to depend on the shop, but I'd love to hear your professional opinion on the matter.
Sure. I'm a bit of an old-fashioned stickler to the rules. I grew up in, I studied hospitality and management and did the fine dining thing, so that's really the core for me. It's very actually cut and dry when you do some sort of study, and that's one thing I think people don't do in our industry. They come into it and they get taught by somebody else rather than actually training hospitality properly. If you go straight into a food safety course, it's no jewellery, hair tied back, so you can't have hair in the food that you're producing. So all of those standards is the key thing. I think very minimal jewellery is the way to go. Crazy big nails, not a fan. Chipped big long nails and paint just ends up in food or coffee. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan. If you do have, I just wear 2 rings, but if you have jewellery, you've got to be able to clean under them. And I think in our industry, cleaning a little bit more and making sure that we're being food safe. That's the key. Adhering to those is probably the best thing. I know we all want a little bit of individuality in our life, which is fine, but we can't be at the cost of food safety or hygiene, that's for sure.
Someone said, hi there, Nico here from Amsterdam. Just wanted to say thank you guys for all the videos you made up. Cheers.
Thanks, Nico. Appreciate you watching.
Hello from Ireland. Can't wait to try your coffee.
G'day, Ireland. Hello.
Hello from Bonnie.
Top of the morning to you.
Hello from Bonnie, Scotland, everyone. Just love watching you guys.
Scotland, never been there. My mate's from Scotland. Maybe got to Go back with him one day. Check it out.
Where is the store located?
Where is the store located? We are located in Coffs, well, I should say on the Coffs Harbour coast. We're actually in Tormina. We're just south of there, just south of the airport. We are about 2 minutes off the highway. You can drive in off the highway if you're travelling from Brisbane to Sydney or Sydney to Brisbane, either way. We're a halfway point. Great place to stop to come in and have a coffee. And we are very close to the beach, so stop in, grab a coffee, go to the headland at maybe Sawtell. Enjoy a swim, one of the best places around here you can go to. And come and say g'day. Flat white?
Yeah, flat white.
Yeah, flat white.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Flat white. And the phone order's over here. Easy done. That's that one. Cool. All right, Skinny Cap, another phone order.
Got a question here. Waiting for my current Amazon cheap off-brand espresso machine to die.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that Gargia Classic modified with Arduino as a closer to Pro machine?
How do I feel about it? Don't know. I haven't played with it. That's the first honesty. We've only serviced a few Gargias over the years. The Classic's been around for a very long time. It's a very easy brew system. Not much can go wrong with it. That mod you're talking about, I'm not familiar with it. I'm sorry. So I don't know if that's the digital sort of screen that goes on the top and allows you to do pressure profiling and things. Like you can do the Gadgerino, which is make it yourself and buy all the parts online. We've had to play with that. Yeah, I don't have that answer, I'm sorry. However, we did just start to arrange the Dr. Coffee automated machines. You might have seen a little post we put up the other day. And they come in by a supplier, and they are the importer of Gargia products as well. So we will be looking to support that from a service perspective. So I'd maybe be able to answer that in a couple more months when I play with them a bit more. But yeah, at the moment, that's all I can give you, I'm sorry. If I don't know, I'll let you know, I'll be honest. We have 3 more coffees to give away.
Red Alert said, hello guys, big fan of yours. Alia Close said, hey team, what are the little things you do that help the process in the future?
Coffee?
Must
Process
be like,
in the future? Like you're talking
must
about
be barista, like workflow,
workflow.
I'm guessing.
Okay. The one thing about workflow behind a bar, if we're going to use that as the topic, is reset. Get yourself reorganized straight away. Get your milks back where it needs to be. As soon as you get a quiet moment, get your jugs all washed up, ready to go. Get your heads clean. Have a standard kit and set up so that you can do anything. It's something that is forgotten about a little bit. You don't want to be getting caught with something in the wrong spot. So I guess having a little bit of OCD is handy in this industry. Yep, cap on note. Free one. Yeah, beautiful. Woo! Another free coffee. Thanks, Timmy Lewis. Timmy Lewis from, it wasn't Texas, it was
Virginia, West Virginia.
West Virginia. Shouted you a coffee. Hey. He's sitting on his couch watching us at the moment. Last time we went live, he did it as well, and now it's his thing.
Anna said, hello from Texas, thanks for sharing your birthday. We've got Los Angeles, California. Thoughts on the Lavazza Blue?
That's the last
Lavazza Blue. I have no idea about the Lavazza Blue.
Neither do I,
Sorry, I just haven't come across it. Whether that is a model that's not here in Australia. Skinny Cap phone order is, put that side so you can pay and do. Oats. Trying to figure out another one. Oh. Odie, eh? We are expanding our range for sure, and the brands that we support. So I think a lot of these questions that are coming up we'll be able to definitely be answering over the next 12, 18 months. We do feel that maybe over the years we've held on to some of the stuff we wanted to deal with and work with, but yeah, we're opening up to look at other brands and answer these questions for you, because we just haven't had time, nor have we had access to them. So we're just going to keep opening that up for everybody. The Note Cappy. What are you doing, Timmy Lewis? $1.99.
said, is there any events that ever bring you to the US?
There are lots of events. There is an event. Is that? No, it's not in the US. Don't know. Let's go to the US, Ryan.
We should.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Sure. Why not?
Not yet, but there surely would be.
There will be.
Something
There will be.
for us.
We need to find a person that wants to buy like a high-end machine, and they want to pay for a personalised training session in the US. They can fly us over. We can document the whole thing. Hey, how's this? This is sounding good. Sound like a dream come true.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Enjoy. That was a thank you, Lewis. Well done. Shouting people coffee.
And I had another question from Orange who asked about the uniforms. Are there any pieces of coffee tech that is hard to access in Australia that you wish was more available outside of Europe and America, etc.? Not necessarily espresso, but any kind of coffee making.
Sure. There are some really cool brands that we see other people using and we'd like access to a bit better. And I think that's just starting to change. They tend to be not as readily available here, mainly because of the importing and the support of those brands. So that's sort of what we'd like to see. That's in the machine world. In terms of accessories, I don't know. Have we? Accessories. Most accessories are pretty available. We can order them, and there we go. Thank you.
Take some satisfied customers with you.
And take some satisfied customers to the US. Yes. How many would you like on this jaunt? We can. A dozen? Sure. Let's get a contingency of 12 people. We're going to find some crazy billionaire that wants to. Does anyone know Elon? Elon might need a coffee machine. He does crazy stuff. We can power it up from the back of his Tesla Cybertruck. Let's do that.
You might need to smash out some coffees.
Yeah. You got it. It's only one in the queue.
Question here. I'm 17 and I'm about to move to Australia from Greece and I want to get into the hospitality and coffee industry. Do you think that studying business management and barista courses at TAFE is solid?
Yes. 100%. I did that kind of thing myself. I think Ryan did hospitality degree. What is missing in this industry is trained professionals. I really urge people to study hospitality to understand it in full. Just being a barista it's okay, it helps you, but it should really be the path to learning more and studying. As you get out of the cafe game, maybe you're doing a cafe job while you're studying at uni, we need more professionals to come into our industry, like roasting and tech support and training and cafe coaching. There's marketing, social content production. There are so many people that need to have a coffee background that have brought in a professional skill. So I'm all for that, for sure. So most of the senior people in our team have all had an industry of some sort outside of coffee and have brought their skills into the business. So I love that. That is your flat white, man. Have a wonderful day. Lids.
So back to that Lavazza Blue.
Yep.
It's an espresso pod competitor then. It's a little better apparently.
Pods aren't our world. It's on a list of things to look at, but we're not. I just don't know that world.
Yeah. Do you have any insight into siphon coffee makers?
Yes, yeah, siphons I do. I got to get some lids. 1 second. So siphons, probably one of the first alternative brewing I got to play with was a siphon. I really got into them. Originally paper filters, then the cloth reusable filters, Harios, singles, 2-cup, things like that. Went down using all the Hario products, then went into the Tiamo sort of ranges. The good old original flame gas burner with a what am I looking for? What's the word? Methylated burner or the little butane burners. So I've done them all. Go a butane burner for sure, because you can modulate the heat, and that's what you really need. If you're going to have just that naked flame, it's going to be quite a challenge to modulate the heat. I'll get another. Big latte. Sorry, getting a bit wild at the minute.
Question here for you.
Yep.
Technical. Hello, friends. Question for you. I'm using fresh roasted beans, 2 weeks old max.
Yep.
I'm pulling 14 grams in, 32 out in about 20 seconds, and it tastes great. But my crema is very pale and thin. Any thoughts?
How dark or light roasted the coffee?
Wait to get that.
Yeah, we need to know that, because if it's a light roast, you won't get any darkness out of it, because it's actually a light roasted coffee and you might not be getting caramelized sugars out of it. If it's a darker roast coffee, that should be dark, and then we can start looking at recipe and the excuse me, the recipe that you're actually working with. Yep, gotcha. I wasn't sure what you went with that and then up there, so you let me know which one you want to do, and we will get these happening. Yep, go for it.
Is the niche zero good as a first grinder?
Yes, love it, really good. Latte, big one.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
No worries, have a wonderful day. The niche, when they came out, we loved them, sold lots of them. They brought out the, oh wowzers. Whew. I'm gonna come back to that comment. That is very cool. Niche Zero, the first ones came out without the disc on the top, which basically had its popcorning effect. They put in the little disc, which then allowed one bean to drop in individually and help with that. They are essentially a Masamoda conical burr, very small, neat, tidy, cute looking little grinder. And yeah, rate them. They're very good. They will bring a good body to a coffee because of that conical burr set. I was reading up last night about slow feeding of beans. It's a new thing. I've got to get my head around it a bit more. But basically everyone said that Niche Zero has been slow feeding forever because it only had one little hole as the disc went around to drop in a bean and slow feed your grinder, and everyone's getting all these different crazy results by not having the hoppers so full and feeding through beans a lot slower. So maybe they had a thing going. Maybe they'd worked that out beforehand. Okay, might need a couple of names just so we can work out what's happening here. Hot cappuccino, extra hot. Yep, brilliant. Thank you. You got a couple, have you? Yep. Okay.
So you've got
Chai latte.
Chai latte with espresso. I'll get you to just work on that one. Grab us another cup, maybe. Wait, chai latte. Yep, extra shot cocoa. Macadamia milk lab. Why can't I find coconut? There it is there. That's a Mark, isn't it? Hello, Mark. Good. It's amazing when you know people by their coffee.
So you got to say thanks to Mr. Rainbow.
I know. That's amazing.
He says, I want to honour all your guests coming in today and buying as many people as I can coffee for this amount. And thank you for being so amazing. So that's US $50.
$50 US. The coffee's on Mr. Rainbow. Where is Mr. Rainbow based? Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. Sorry for the people that have already paid the standing here. But we're live on YouTube if you didn't know. You're going to come back in and reorder again, Mark? Yeah. Can I get a refund for what I've already paid? Yeah, this has become a little thing. This is twice people online are just punching credit and giving away free coffee. So, yes. Right there in front of you, I got it out.
looking for it.
That's it. I jumped ahead. Look at that.
Can you speak French?
Me? Parlez-vous français? Is that what it is? Oui, oui.
That was good.
No. Huh? Is that good?
Hello from Long Beach, California.
Thanks, Mike. Cheers, mate. Hello, Long Beach.
Like
From California.
watching these, keep them up from
Skimmy
Karen in
hot.
Scotland.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep doing some more of these. These have been really fun. I can't believe how generous some of you have been. It's no expectation, please, but just we can bless people and make their day. All for it.
So grateful for
Woo!
your experience in educating the fan base.
Extra hot.
Rosalie Pont said, do you carry logo hats? I'd love to have one.
Do we carry logo hats? Normally it's a staple, yes, but
We're out of stock.
we are out of stock. This one, that one there, yeah. So what we do is that is normally our staple hat. We have that as a trucker option. When we were doing our merch, we do a seasonal merch shirt over summer. We give that to all of our wholesalers that come in at Christmas time. A chai latte hot? Yeah. Cheers. Sorry about that.
No worries, thank you.
All right, thanks. So seasonally, yeah, we do a shirt. We have a whole different range, bit of fun. You're wearing the shirt. There you go, Art of Espresso. That was sort of a 10 or 12 year celebration kind of shirt, just honouring the baristas. I've just got the standard work shirt and the standard hat. When we did the Champion Your Everyday Hero shirts, which is the white ones, which are on sale right now, we did some hats. And I guess there was a calculation error that we came up with, and we got lots of stock. Probably 2 or 3 times the amount of stock that we would normally have in hats and shirts. Skinny cap, mate?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Good one.
You too. So, here you go, quick shout out. That's the shirt there. It was Your Everyday Hero. We're basically saying the baristas are everybody's everyday hero. There's a really cool thing. I reckon it's modelled off Zach. Zach, come on, put your face next to this shirt. Look at this, look at this. Jimmy didn't make this, somebody else did, but look, come on, give us a quick comparison. Look, it's coming across, a little bit close. Look at the screen. See, it's Zach. So we have those in a Fin 5 panel cool hat, and we have the trucker there as well. But as soon as we work through a few of those, yeah, we'll get the artisty stuff back for sure.
Someone wants to know, where does the stairway lead to?
The stairway. Yeah, cool. Stairway to heaven. Let's go for a quick tour. Let's walk, come on. No, I can't leave a mess. Reset, we spoke about that before. Hang on, before I go running off. Reset. Get yourself organised. Coconut can go back under.
It's just, we've been going for like an hour, so it's just chatting with people.
Yeah, just chatting and having a bit of fun.
True questions. Someone gave $50.
If I just... Whoa, hello.
So we've got to give
Welcome.
We've got to give away lots of free coffees.
We're going to give away lots of free coffees. I don't know how we're going to do that. So we need to give, let's say just 5 free, 10, plus Tim had 3. How many did you give away with Tim? Tim's...
Oh, I give away the free one,
Yep, 1,
3,
3,
and then 1.
and 1, so 4. So Tim Lewis's free coffees are done, and Rainbow Love gave $50 US.
Okay.
So we have $50. Let's say next 10 coffees are free. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Wowzers. Okay. Just so in case you're not aware, most people sort of see this as our bar. Look, we'll give you a little bit of a tour. That's where we shoot. Back that angle there. It looks pretty nice and pretty. We've got a couple little chairs here. That's Ryan, behind the cameraman, behind the man. He's awesome. Does a great job. We've got a little retail area here as well. And then you've got our outside shop. So it is essentially just a factory. Look, we've got big trucks next door. But that's us. You come and have a little coffee at the front, chill out. It's a big couple of bays there. We've got our warehouse on that side. We used to have storage up here. and we built that, and the stairway comes up to our office space. Basically, we had 6 people in one room, which I'll show you in a minute. So we built this. Whoa, no way! Look at that. Tara, crikey. Just want to say thanks again for your advice. I am enjoying pulling smaller single shots because I am sensitive to caffeine for this reason. It was suggested to me to aim for a double out in 20 seconds. I dial into taste, but the crema is thin and sad. Please share this as a tip. Wow, $100 US, crikey. That's amazing. I'm not going to go around further here, but we've got all the admin team up here and Ryan's little spot. We've got a little hidey hole for Rod, and we've got a hidey hole for me. That's messy. We don't want to go there, but that's what's upstairs. Whoop. There we go. This is something I'll quickly sneak with you. This is our new service business branding. It's all pretty cool. It's all pretty cool. So, yeah, Machina Coffee Tech is what we are. So there's kind of the look and feel. We've got this kind of little groovy dude. Pretty happy with him. We're thinking this is, still working on it. This is the design process. So Jimmy does all of our graphics design. He's fantastic. So that's him and his work. You can do that for your cafe. If you're coming on board with us, we'll provide that as a service. Oh, massive. Crikey, $100.
That's 260 Australian dollars we have to give away in coffees with all that.
Wow, Tara R. That's incredible. Did we miss one? That other 50 US, or is that the love? That's Rainbow Loves Coffee 50, Tara R 100. Oh, Tara. Wow. So I don't know what to say. Amazing. Anyway, I'll give you a quick tour. Some people don't get to see this often, but anyway, we've got our packing area coming through here, so all our wholesale orders go out. We're just on a recovery day. We're roasting Mondays, Tuesdays at the moment. There's our 30 kilo IMF, our blender. We've got our automated packing area here. So this service side, there's Byron there. So Byron is going to lead our Machina service business, and we're going to separate that out of here because it is growing rapidly. So we want to really support a lot more brands, a lot of other roasters, so that we're building that separately. I love coffee tech work. That's really where I built the business from as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of support there. As I said earlier, we've got a Breville warranty. Got the Breville contract last night. Woo! Signing up. I just showed them the Machina Coffee Tech.
Ooh,
so
exclusive.
It is exclusive. That's pretty fresh. So that's coming as well. So Machina is the machine. There's 4 M's into the coffee. So we have the Machina Cafe, which is the grinder. We have the Mano, which is the barista, the person, which is you. Huge important part of it. Then we have the beans, which is Mana. Oh, why can't I think of it? Mana something. I'll have to remember that in a second. And then Machina, which is the coffee machine. So we're giving a bit of homage back to the machine there. And so that will be launching very soon. Keep an eye out for that. This is our new training room in here. Zachariah is cupping all of his brews, doing his coffee assessment. Smells good in here, Zach. Yep. Yeah.
Inception.
Is that the delay? That's the lag. That's crazy lag. Okay. That's funny. So we've got our training room in here. We've got all our different grinders and a PB there as well. But yeah, Zach's basically doing internal, external measurements there of the beans. There you go. That's a whole bean external score. He tracks them all for all of our blends, internal, external. So yeah, if you're around, you can come and play coffee with us. I'll close the door because it's air-conned in there. Oh, all right, I got to make a few coffees. Oh no, Lauren's here. Lauren's here.
It's all good, mate.
It's
You
all
can
good.
jump in there and
We can.
so we're giving away like over 40 cups of coffee.
That's 40 cups of coffee.
I just actually gave that lady a 500-gram bag of beans. She was like,
Great.
so I'm bringing it down.
Bring it down. All right. Wow. All right. So giving away the stuff. You guys are amazing. We need some more beans in our hopper. Pardon. All right. Is it delicate or champ? We've been serving delicate. Did we use it all up, or are we still grabbing it from the top? Okay.
Have you answered a lot of these questions, Luke?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Fourth. Let's go in. So ask them to me.
How good is a Nanopresso machine for a home brewer compared to a Flare espresso machine?
Sure. Nanopressos, we use them quite a fair bit when they first came out. They're definitely a portable, very portable espresso brewer. We don't sell them anymore. They had to have the expansion pack to be able to get a good size amount of grind and a good size amount of water. If you get the right grind, you tamp it correctly and can adjust that grind with your home grinder, they are a great product. If you're going to buy pre-ground coffee, put it in and try and jam it in, you may block it up and go too fine or have issues. So if you're going to use that product, you definitely want to have a hand grinder to be able to adjust the grind. So just something like even just a cheap little one. These are about 60 bucks. You can buy $300 hand grinders, $400 ones if you want. But if you just get something that has a nice set of ceramic burrs in it and you can adjust the grind to suit the Nanopresso, you will get a great product. The Flare is exceptional. I love it. It's really the art of making a portable espresso, the same as a coffee machine, when you don't have high amounts of electricity. So if you can preheat the non-electric models with water, you can have pressure profiling. Big fan of them. I love them. Yeah, so if you've got time, definitely the Flare's the way to go, because it's just like using a home espresso machine. The Nanopresso, it's small, compact for sure, but probably just a little bit fiddly in the cleanup, where at least the other one you can just, at a Flare, you can just bash out the puck and keep going.
Someone said, hello from Greece, do you make Freddo espresso?
Freddo espresso.
F-R-E-D-O?
Freddo.
Freddo, we could put a Freddo frog in an espresso.
Yeah, Freddo Frog. That's an Aussie chocolate here. That's what we'd say it. Rainbow, I think, is saying goodbye. It's really late, 11:30. Thank you very much. You are a blessing to so many people. They will love that. We'll let them all know. Thank you so much for your support. What is a low tide latte? Sorry. Okay, that's a real coastal Australian thing. It's just when we low fill. Might be called a 3/4 latte. So if you've got your latte glass there, you're basically, instead of filling to the top, you're going to fill to about here, increasing the ratio of espresso to milk and foam. So we call it a low tide. Yeah.
You have to be good at making coffee as a barista before you go into roasting coffee.
Yeah.
Or coffee tech.
Yeah, definitely, especially in coffee tech. If you don't know how the product is used, you're really going to struggle to roast. Because what are you actually trying to chase? If you don't know how to adjust grind and deal with different roast profiles, light roast, dark roast, so you can change the temperature of a machine, but also change the grind of a machine. How can you go and roast for a specificity that someone's asking for? So when we have our whole range of blends up here, where you've got your single origin, or decaf single origin, organic, our main blend, and our fix, which is our darker roast, these all extract differently, and they all ideally have different temperatures so that you can get the most out of them. So if you can't advise someone what to do with the beans and you can't taste it, you basically haven't. You can roast it. You can be a production roaster, go in there and push buttons, and have the green bean go in and make its way through the roasting facility. But if you can't actually assess your product that you roast and give critical, non-biased feedback about it, then it wouldn't be the way to do it.
So Tara, that made that huge donation. She was the one that was asking that original question about the thin crema.
Yep.
She said she's using dark roasted beans.
Yeah. Okay.
Was dark roasted? Let me just.
2-week-old dark roasted, 14 grams.
So we would definitely love your advice on fixing previously mentioned issues with thin crema when trying to pull a single, if you don't mind. So it was. She was. 14 grams, 32 out, in about 20 seconds and it tastes great, but my crema is very pale and thin. Any thoughts?
Yeah. When you say it's 2-week-old coffee, that straight away says to me it's maybe not 2-week-old
Max,
coffee.
no, it says max. 2 week old max.
If you've got a roast date, not a batch, not a best before date, that's the clarity there. You should be getting crema. In that kind of time, you're going 30 seconds, you're getting a 2-to-1 ratio. You have to have some fineness in your grind to be able to get a crema out of that. Straight up, it sounds like it's old beans, which wouldn't give us crema. It'll just gush through. But stale. That's the first thing. If you're looking at the basket and you've got a single basket, which has I don't have one in reach here. I'm sorry. It has the 58 ml. And then the smaller set of actual holes in the middle. So it's got a shelf where you start at 58 ml. It comes down into the portafilter where the holes are, and that's about maybe a third of it. If you're using one of those, there is a video we did specifically on that handle. Go back and have a look at it. And getting the right recipe in those would be crucial to fixing that. We know that's a challenge for a lot of people, having some efficiencies around beans and not using a 22.5 gram dose. How can you use a single handle? How do you make great coffee? So there's a lot of whole heap of tips on that specifically. So go check that video out.
Tim Lewis got another question. Do you guys like to use real dark oily beans?
No, not at all.
Repeat that question in case they didn't.
Do we like to use really dark oily beans? No, we don't. We don't roast that. That'll be an Italian roast product. That gives you a lot of body. Free coffee. You letting everyone know free coffee? Are you forgetting?
No, I haven't ordered.
No? Did Lauren get told that?
Yeah, she did.
She did? Okay. Good. Just making sure. Hello. I'm just live on YouTube. I will come and say hello in a little bit. Okay, so dark oily beans. Hey, Zach.
Whoa.
Question. Tim Lewis, who's just shouted us like $50 worth of coffee this time. Timmy Lewis last time did 20. He's up his game, and then someone's another lady, Tara, put $100. We're like $265 right now. We're giving away so much coffee.
That's awesome.
Timmy said, "Do we like using really dark, oily beans?"
Do we like using them? Do I have to answer that question?
You're not going to get that golden pour that's coming, elixir coming out of the dark, oily bean. All right.
No way.
So I'll just show you over here. These are our range of blends. Check out the time delay. It's crazy late.
Yeah.
So this is our range of blends here. It's a bit hard. Zach's got his cupping in the way, but this is our profile of roasts. The light won't really help, but you can see we've got our decaf on the end. Then we go to our organic. Then you got our Everyday Hero Champion. Then we've got our darkest roast, which is our fix here. And then we have our other product, which is black white espresso. So this is just like another label product where we support people that can't quite make the grade of specialty coffee. You know, if you're not going to invest in time in making great grinders and having everything. Oh, what's that stuff? Where'd that come from?
This is what I pulled out of somebody's grinder
Oh,
who's complained that it keeps getting blocked.
okay, there you go. So that's come out of a home grinder. You can see it's all oily. This oil will only end up in your burrs. Your hands look a little bit wet and moist there.
Yeah.
There you go, from the oil. So that's going to block up your grinder. If you're using dark oily beans, you're going to have to really clean a lot better. What was that? Can I have a taste of it? Look at that, you can see through it. Beautiful. Oh, it's tasty.
I can hear you talking.
You can hear me talking through that. It's tasty, it's good.
So we've got Vishwanath Bain says hi.
Hello.
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 We got is the 1 to 10 cold brew ratio good? I'd like to use Liberace coffee for mine, and your opinions are appreciated. Thanks.
1 to 10 cold brew. Yeah, it's pretty close. So this is our, I might just take it off this card here. No, I've got it here. Actually, I'll just pop over here, out everyone's way. So when we do our monthly singles, we put a recipe up for everybody. So at the moment we have this 10 Tanzanian Korongo coffee. We really like it. It's got a really cool flamingo. Look at that. Pink flamingo. Really cool colouring. It's not focusing for some reason. There you go, that might help better. But on this side here, we do our brew guide. So you can see here in regards to cold brew, it's a 50 ml to 700. So not quite the recipe that you were talking about there of 1 to 10. We've got our ice, and this is our drip rate per minute. So that's usually what we run for, and we test that on every single. It's close, I guess it's a starting point, 1 to 10. Then you can start to adjust, taste it, and then work out how much time did it take to drip. You can either then increase or decrease your dose or the amount of water. So water on cold brewing devices is usually pretty fixed because it's the capacity you have. So you tend to change the amount of coffee more than you change the water. So start at that 10 to 1 and go from there, and then increase or decrease the coarseness or fineness of it.
Got some questions there you want to answer?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, weird. Not cool. What do you got? Beans versus instant coffee. I'm curious to know the difference between beans. If you guys will consider making instant coffee like Victoria. Oh, okay. So the difference between a fresh ground product and instant product is basically instant is, think of a cold brew or an espresso that has already been extracted from the bean, and then it's what do you call it? Not dehydrated. Snap frozen, dehydrated. So take all the moisture out, leaving the crystals left over. That is what instant coffee is. It's generally not a good quality product because it's cheap and mass produced. Now, there's some things happening in the specialty market where we can make our own instant coffee, and it's something where it's on the list of things to do at some point. It's just super expensive. It is really expensive, and you get a small little pot for maybe $50 of instant coffee. So it's one day we'll get there for sure.
Tim Lewis has another question.
Timmy Lewis. What's the shelf life of unroasted beans? Yeah, okay, so green bean, look, there's usually 12 months is the general. Now, when we get a contract, some areas only have a one pick process. So if you're, let's say they're ripening on the trees in January, we would probably see them in March or April, 6 to 12 weeks after harvest is when we start to see them. And then that harvest is going to come around again. So generally you're just trying to stay to a yearly cycle as max. Now some crops have what's called a fly crop, which is a second blooming on the tree, and then you can basically get another crop. So you might get that 6 months later. So the 6 month or 12 month cycle is usually the way that we look at things. When we do a contract, we look for 12 months just for some stability and price, and then whether we get a fly crop or just a continued crop from the whole way through. But once you get past that, you start to get a yellowing of the bean. The moisture content is going to change. It's going to drop below 6%, and it can start to change the flavour. So quite dry and wheaty, basically. It'll start to taste like it. The sweetness and things like that won't be in there.
From BD Home Brewing.
I don't drink coffee, but I have about 12 coffee machines. I like to collect them. They are amazing looking. Yeah.
Coffee makers, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. They are such a cool thing. Just over the years, there was a book that I've just given to Byron, and there's just so many varieties. The whole craft of coffee machines came out of a lot of Italians being automotive people and making beautiful looking things. So that's why we get this beautiful looking coffee machine of today. So thanks very much to the Italians for bringing that to us. If you haven't seen that video on the Lamazocco tour, you can see that one of the original machines by Giuseppe Bambi was actually the front grille of a car onto a lever press Gargia machine, if I can remember that properly. Very cool. Which one are you looking at here? I need my,
Sure, mate, you can pick one.
I need my glasses. I'm struggling to read that. I'm getting old.
Can you tell which home grinder you would recommend for espresso?
Yep, single dosing or bean hopper is probably the question there, because they're two different processes. If you're, I'll just stuck over here. If you're looking at bean hopper. Just so for people that aren't aware of that question, there's two types of grinders for home. This is a bean hopper grinder, so you can basically have all of your beans in here. It'll just continue to feed, and you can choose out into your handle. This is a new all ground sense. It's the one I have at home myself. I do love it. It's got the ability to change very easy your grind on here, but you can also, as you change it, do a mocha pot or a filter, and it's all by weight base. So they are a fantastic grinder. We're really happy with them. Dark tea burrs, that's definitely our go-to at the moment from a home grinder perspective. It's a little bit up in price. It's about $1,650 in Australia. So that's what we recommend at the moment. A grinder is going to give you the best outcome of any coffee in terms of quality and flavour. So invest in your grinder for sure. If you're looking to single dose, that's a bit of a different question. Hi, can I just jump in there for a seckie? So just as we go along, that's the original all ground. It's the non-weight based model. There's some precision GS7 grinders, which are an entry-level product that comes out of China, so they're very good on the price point. Then you start to look at single dosing grinders. We don't have any niches here anymore. The distributorship in Australia changed a bit, so we're not sort of into that at the moment. But again, that's just a very basic entry-level grinder. A lot of different other brands might have that. You can pick them up coming out of China. But the new Varia here is a great little grinder. So you've got the single dosing ability, a very fine adjustment on top. So you can really dial in a single origin here. You can pre-weigh your beans and pop it in and only grind what you need. And then you've got your little dosing pot here at the end, which is kind of cool. They're magnetic. So yeah, these are a really nice small little unit. These are the new Varia S's, and you can buy these Hypernova burrs if you want to. So pretty cool, big added extra, but I guess it's about clarity and cleanliness when you're looking at a single dose grinder like that. Let's have a quick looky here. When does the shop choose for a lever or a pump machine? For instance, Dritan, yeah, good bloke, love him, is using a lever machine in his lunchroom. Are you using... We're using Lamazocco pump machines. The lever, it's a profile. When you pull a lever down and let it go back up, it's a set pressure profile that has typically been something we've been trying to replicate with pumps. We can definitely do that now with some of the variable pressures in machines, which have, instead of a rotary pump, they have a gear pump. And that gear pump can be programmed by an app. So you can basically program any pressure you like. There's so much in the world of pressure profiling, and whether it's good, bad, achievable, repeatable, all of this comes into play in terms of the water and how you're applying it to the coffee puck. Then you've got your coffee puck issues below that. So understanding that is a huge thing. Look, the simple part about pressure profiling is no matter what you do, until the whole puck reaches full saturation, you cannot change or apply a variable pressure to it, because it has to get to a point where the saturation has occurred to provide back pressure for the room above it, essentially. Now, Lamazocco have just sort of figured that out, I guess, from data that they had with the previous stratas, where it was recording all this content from all the shots. And now then the new Strata X, they've basically taken away the ability to change that first amount of pre-infusion, because no matter what you did, it wasn't going to have an effect. So that's pretty cool that technology has analysed things and given us those reasonings as to why we would do something. So the good old lever would be exactly the same. Until that coffee puck actually gets fully wet, that profile of the lever won't actually be actioned. As good as gold. Is the good as gold best for pour over? Good as gold. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Can you try Java Natural Single Origin from my roasted? I'll give you, I don't know, if people send us coffee, we'll taste it. We'll get Zach to give it a go. You're welcome to. Just check out our address, pop it on there. We can have a look at it for you.
Might be time to wrap up.
Yeah,
maybe.
time to wrap up.
So thanks.
Just bought my first grinder. Okay, all right. I think that's probably where we're at. We've had a bit of time here, 75 minutes, crikey. So anyway, thank you so much everybody for tuning in today. Sorry I didn't get to all those questions, a lot of them. But essentially, the key of it was today was we had our new staff member, Pavlina, join us, and just making sure we spend time with her to onboard baristas properly. Spend time with them, give them time to learn how you're going to make coffee, how to set up your business, how to deal with your customers, so that they can be empowered to look after your customers and grow. So that's where we started this conversation. If you're coming in late, go and have a look at the very start of it. We're in peak service there, pumping out some different coffees. But we'd basically spent I spent the last 2 mornings here with Pavlina, setting up the business, getting the chairs, the tables out, all those things that happen that we forget about. It's not all just rosy time playing in front of a coffee machine. So yeah, spend time with the team, support people, they'll support you. Thanks again to Rainbow Love Coffee for shouting $100 US to put out there. So people are enjoying free coffee right now, which is great. Timmy Lewis, $50, mate, you're a champion as well. And Tara was the $100 US, amazing, can't believe it. Mr. Rainbow Loves Coffee was $50,
50, yeah.
and Timmy Lewis,
20 something, but it's
20
like
something.
We've been giving away
Free coffee.
Free coffees through the bar.
Yeah, and no one said about getting free coffee. Ryan gave away a free bag of coffee to somebody in there. We're just over the moon. So, hey, thanks very much. We appreciate your support. Yeah, please do like and subscribe if you haven't yet. We really want the subscribership to go up. It does really help our channel. So if you're not a subscriber, please just to take 1 second and go and subscribe to us. It really does boost our videos being recommended. And look, we're trying to produce more content. We're in some really good planning stages of making some big changes ahead for the coming year. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To do it again soon.
Thank you. We will do this more often. All right. Love to you all. Stay safe. Bye.